Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. As you know, we've been phasing through the periodic table, and today we are not going to discuss any of the elements. I wanted to talk about this story. I haven't necessarily been following it, but I just did a little bit of research, just a little bit, nothing detailed. I just wanted to discuss it because I haven't heard anything about it. Like, I haven't seen anything on the news. Nobody's posting anything. And I did mention that I never said what exactly, but I did mention a few segments ago that I was gonna talk about something that I knew I had to discuss. Okay, Ohio, Cleveland, Akron, and Toledo in particular are apparently hot spots. As of April 2nd of this year, 40 children have been reported missing. Now this is compared to 200 per month last year. Now from May 2nd to May 16th, 27 to 29 actually, almost 30 children have been reported missing, and people who work in this area are saying that these numbers are extraordinary. Now there's a lot, I'm sorry, I just got a phone call. There's a lot of different components to this, so I wanted to first just go into the different layers. Okay, now as far as the physical side goes, right? I have been telling people, and I'm not some crazy conspiracy theorist. This report has come out June 1st, which is just about a week before the fires had gone on. So again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do pay attention to timelines and things like that. Like I said, and if you have been paying attention, or if you watch the news or listen to the radio, you'll realize that you haven't really heard about this either. Of course, we know about human trafficking already, but 200 a month last year is even crazy. But to have 40 children missing, reported missing within this small time span, 30, almost 30 within 2 weeks, that's really alarming. Again, 200 per month is really scary. Now, I've been telling people, we all know food is expensive. A lot of things are going on with the world. A lot of uncertainties, right? People are being kidnapped. Now, some of these people can be considered runaways. They're not sure if it's due to gang violence or drugs, or just flat out human trafficking. Now, I would like to believe that these kids have like the keys to the future and they ran away to start some new society in some bunker somewhere, right? That's like the bright side of me. And I really do hope that is likely, right? It is likely, and I hope that it is something that's actually happening. But to imagine so many children, people, but children in particular, are going missing at these rates is really, really scary. Now, people are being human trafficked, murdered, however you want to see it. There's a major difference between trafficking and kidnapping, as we know, but most kidnapping is related to human trafficking, right? Especially in certain areas, and they're saying that they found a lot of these children in California, Texas, which again doesn't surprise me that is a border state. Those are border states that border other countries, right? Not just Mexico. Even when you think about Ohio, it's really close to Canada, right? Another country, which is also a very, very hot spot for people that are going missing. Now, again, when you take this to the physical side, you think about people being trafficked. This is, to me, in my opinion, and this is something that I've been discussing, not on air, but people are being kidnapped for food. Okay, people are being kidnapped and they're being killed as roadkill. People are being eaten. Okay, this is not a theory. Okay, this is me tapping in and just knowing what the Creator is telling me. These are conversations that I've had with people, like I said, not on air. These weren't recorded conversations on the podcast. Now, when you take this to the spiritual realm, karma and magic is going to always come up first, right? We're going to always look at that and say, maybe this is the Creator's way of producing karma to the bloodlines that are being affected by these missing people. And maybe this is magic being used to manipulate the energies, causing these things to occur. Remember, we've discussed people being warlocks and witches and having the ability to astral project and place curses over entire areas, cities, communities, organizations, right? So we have to pay attention to that. This is actually real. People actually can do that. Those gifts come from God, but people are choosing to do bad things with their gifts. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, when we go over to the spiritual aspect of it, the energy that can be manifested from one person going missing is like crazy, right? It's unheard of. Now, this is the spiritual side. I mean, if this is done for the sake of ritualistic purposes or just overall getting some type of benefit from it that has nothing to do with the physical, meaning not eating people, not selling them for money, not using them as mules, not using them as test dummies, right? That's the physical side of it. The spiritual side of it now is what I'm saying. Is this for the purpose of energy harvesting? Because not only do you get to harvest energy from the people themselves that are being held in captivity, the people that are connected to those missing people, you can harvest energy from that group, and you can harvest energy from anyone in those environments who are aware of these countless incidents of missing people occurring, right? So this is 3 different pots of energy that can create a lot. Okay, people who manifest and play in these types of dark energies can manifest a lot with that type of energy. Okay, just one person, you can do a lot. So being able to have that much energy, you can build a corporation, you could build a new community, you can make billions of dollars. This is happening, guys. This is real. I don't want anyone to think that this is just me talking. Do your own research, okay? If you know, you know, right? It is important for people to realize that so many other things have been going on in this environment that are appearing to be, well, they are. They don't appear to be. They are more detrimental to our health. So we are not really paying attention to the things that can really affect us. And again, some places are more well known for this than others, but I just think it's really weird that this coverage hasn't been going around. And I find it even more odd that people who are connected to these people aren't speaking out either. Maybe I'm not on the right timeline. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research. But this is just, again, watch your children. Be aware. Even if you have to do air tags, even if you have to do more checkup calls, even if you have to spend a little bit more money on gas to do pickups and drop-offs, when they're going out to parties, going to the movies, the skating rink, being aware of the adults in the home, if the other adults in homes that you're going to allow your children to frequent, or even if it's just one time, pay attention. And really, this can happen with people you can be around a person who's connected to these types of organizations and groups and just not even know it. Okay? So this is the time to really pray over your children, ask the Creator for more discernment, really be in tune with the things that your children and you yourself are invested in. Because this is occurring a lot. And we have an upper hand because we have social media, we have ways to communicate. Whereas back then, maybe 30, 40 years ago, it wasn't so easy, to find out things that are happening. Even though there is no coverage, we can find out what's going on in other parts of the world. We don't have to know anybody there, right? All of this information is at our fingertips. So it's really important to just make sure that we are being vigilant. I know you guys have been looking into the different type of hand signals you can give someone if you've been kidnapped. Not touching things that are left on your car. Just try to educate yourself on the different drugs that they are slipping people. Try to find out new ways to combat that. And I mean in your system. Like, what can you drink or eat that will dissolve? You know what? Actually, what I'll do is we'll have a segment about that. What can we consume to dissolve these chemicals that are temporarily, putting us into these states of unconsciousness for a small amount of periods, things that can make us unaware or foggy. I'm going to look into that. Okay, that's what we'll discuss. Because I think this is really important to be vigilant, especially in communities where we don't really have a strong male presence. And when I say communities, I don't mean just race. I mean just places, geographic locations, environments. Like, the gym, if you're going to go by yourself, or like a preschool, maybe women come there more. These are more vulnerable places. So it's really important to just make sure you are vigilant. Try to pay attention to license plates on cars and distinctive marks that may help a person pick up on something that's not right? Just trying to come out and be a little more sober while we're outside, so we could have better reaction times and, be a little more clear-headed when we're responding to things. Just things like that. Small things that can make a really big difference. I think it's important for us to really educate ourselves on, even if you have to look up stories of people who have stated they've been, there has been an attempt. I've heard several stories of people getting in Lyfts and Ubers and, different car services where they felt that they were at risk of being kidnapped. So we really need to pay attention. We really want to look and see exactly what's going on in this environment, and what we can do to combat. There's a lot of different organizations. The Marshals, they have launched something, it's called Operation We Will Find You. And it's, where they, find these missing people. There's a lady named Sylvia Cologne who she founded Runaway, Cleveland Missing. That's the name of it. And again, there's a difference between a runaway, a kidnapping, and a trafficking. Okay? I love y'all. I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves, drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit, and minding y'all business, and eating y'all vegetables, and sipping y'all tea because it's free. I hope y'all are praying over y'all families, over y'all bloodlines, and staying vigilant and getting y'all rest. I really do. I really, really do. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. All right. Stay blessed, y'all. Peace.